crazy, but they should be behind bars. They call us liars because they don't want to get charged.
Welcome back, Crazy Cats, to another Go Cat Reacts. I'm Go Cat Dave, and I am checking out Tom MacDonald and a song called Auntie. As with a lot of stuff, pretty much everything that I cover, it's stuff that I'm not familiar with, at least the first time. And so I don't know anything about Tom MacDonald and or the song Auntie. I just noticed it had been sort of popping up a lot around me, and so when that happens, I like to sometimes check it out and see what the fuss is all about. So if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and join us in the comments because we have great conversations there. And if you like it, please do like and share. And so let's get started with Tom MacDonald, Auntie.
They a bunch of Satanists, criminals, murderers, and pedos. We all pray to God while they worshiping the devil. Yeah, it's Hollywood, the royal family, politicians left and right. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. It ain't left and right no more, cause now it's good and evil. They used to call it a conspiracy, but now it's real. We seen the files and the facts, don't care how you feel. They having pizza parties, and that means they eating people. This might wake them up, QAnon didn't make it up. Missing kids got flown to Jeffrey's Island by who paid enough. The rich and famous, the young eat human flesh, it ain't for fun. It's ancient ritual, sucking adrenochrome from baby's blood. They call us crazy, but they should be behind bars. They call us liars cause they don't want to get charged. They call us conspiracy theorists, but in their hearts they know all the names they call us ain't as bad as what they are. They are Satanists, criminals, murderers, and pedos. We all pray to God while they worshiping the devil. Yeah, it's Hollywood, the royal family, politicians left and right. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. It ain't a culture war no more, the real fight is started. We've been up against each other, but now we the targets. It's the rappers, it's the actors, the elites in charge. It's kings and queens, they all bowing to the prince of darkness. Things ain't getting better, they run the world with rich investors. The cult came from Egyptian deserts, now they cannibals in Gucci sweaters. Using AI to fuel agendas, control the news, the truth, the weather. Now we're ruled by a group of dudes who are all satanic child molesters. They call us crazy, but they should be behind bars. They call us liars cause they don't want to get charged. They call us conspiracy theorists, but in their hearts they know all the names they...
I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. It's hard to pause it because it's so compelling, but there's so much in there. I don't want to have to try to remember it all at the end. You know, it's just bringing out so much of what's going on right now in a very raw, straightforward way. You know, I think about... Normally I try to avoid politics, and I will mostly, but this song is very political. So, and this is, you know, I've never seen such a crooked regime in my life. I'm not sure there's ever been a more crooked regime. You know, and they belong in prison. A lot of people in this cabinet belong in prison, not to mention the one at the top. So, and, you know, the right-left thing, I think it's true. I think we are set against each other by the powers that be a lot of the time, because it's really top versus bottom. And the working poor, people that work hard, have been sort of conditioned to think, oh, well, people who are poor, you know, they just want a free handout. And they turn their focus against the people who are doing worse than them rather than up towards the people who are really pulling the strings and completely sociopathic, abusing children without any sort of consequences, using their money to get themselves out of, you know, any crime, anything that they're convicted of. I mean, anybody who's really followed closely knows that that the president should be convicted so many times over and should be in prison. If anybody's been paying attention, if you don't think that's the case, you haven't been paying attention. That's all I'm gonna say. Just so much. And now he's going and starting World War III, essentially, because he wants to take people's attention away from the Epstein files, because he's a fucking he's a pedophile. And he doesn't want, and all his rich friends are in there too, and he doesn't want to come out. He'll do anything to change the subject. So, all right, I'm not going to go too much further with that, but let's get back.
Kings and queens, they all bowing to the prince of darkness. Things ain't getting better, they run the world with rich investors. The cult came from Egyptian deserts, now they cannibals in Gucci sweaters. Using AI to fuel agendas, control the news, the truth, the weather. Now we're ruled by a group of dudes who are all satanic child molesters. They call us crazy, but they should be behind bars. They call us liars cause they don't wanna get charged. They call us conspiracy theorists, but in their hearts they know all the names they call us ain't as bad as what they are. They are Satanists, criminals, murderers and pedos. We all pray to God while they worshiping the devil. Yeah, it's Hollywood, the royal family, politicians left and right. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ.
Yeah, there is so much there, and I mean, I couldn't even begin to get into all of it. He did mention the thing about the media and stuff, and your average people that don't pay that much attention, just live their lives. They don't notice things necessarily like CBS getting run now by a new person whose whole goal is to keep Trump and the rich happy. And anything that's bad that comes out about Trump, they do their best to not cover it or to, cover it in a better way. I don't watch CBS anymore, and Paramount, which I hate that I have to do that because Paramount has Star Trek, and I'm a huge Star Trek fan. But they're getting rid of freaking Colbert, Stephen Colbert. They don't want any sort of criticism, free speech that does not speak well at them. And this whole damn war, which was completely unnecessary. Complete lies, every single point. Oh, it was an imminent threat. It was not an imminent threat. I can't get into it, but I'm glad that this guy Tom MacDonald's out there speaking the truth. He's got the cross behind him, and he keeps talking about the Antichrist, which makes me wonder if maybe he's coming from a Christian perspective. So which he may be or he may not be. But the irony is that a lot of the people that are doing the most evil right now in the United States are wearing the biggest crosses. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.